Enchebia and Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bawumia or presented the campaign team to the good people of Ghana and to the New Patriotic Party, presenting the campaign team ahead of the 2024 election. Now, campaign team list or the by Nipa as campaign chairman for the team. Now, just a year done Botwe or no, and for as the campaign chairman. Now, no, for as campaign chairman. Omuguzo edi omujuma ahwe se ombetimi aboa ama Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bawumia no so ade hu na dan no so se obema mpani na watimi atoto ne oma o Ghana atimi afa ne ntoma pade afra even as at now said the new mesi ko omo toto ne oma ina chese Ghana for to ama ne de ama na chese nyuma omo sese no watimi ato so ede ama o Ghana na looking at that Dan Botwe as the campaign chairman on Twitter and abusafo to nsem kakra de gu and then after that, another story that has to do with my Ghana. So you're sitting in moon, some said, Nioma AC Elcoso, my Ghana mu, near share and some kakra. But then my end can share Dambuchi, and also the no, and we share Dambuchi and someone, or the other, you know what I say. NDC among you couldn't say until the Omoyasi. Going into this general election, NDC the Omoyas, and the reason is said, fine, we a political party. Before say about the amount, it was here who butaye, who vision, when you saw the one that one so ansana, ye to a man the amount, ya to amount. Nana NDC, or more idea or more policy, diaba, actually in 24-hour economy, no problem. After Ghana for se branebe church 24-hour economy ni mu a Mahama 24-hour economy ni so no aka nsem foforo Johnson said don't get the general or the national chairman maswa na busuafo no so dia fa baabi the national communication or the communication team of the NDC also maswa na chese omo so dia fa baabi chese sabe unhu said the omusi epeso omo kire se ade na omo ka no se sei na kire yankasa yen sedantia yenti ase yankasa nanu na aka obi amadam Botwe wakasa dia fa won kire se NDC amonoko they are now well prepared, they are not prepared, and then for that matter Ghanaians are not going to vote for him. Now or cannot they to that say Bawumia will win the 2024 election, and then as far as Bawumia ne Mahama nyina free northern region concern nko ade ma Bawumia betu Mahama e woni home region baby o man kasa free northern region no Bawumia be man showdown e wo ho abusanfo anya asem keto a chese abusanfo nsemi or the two that said in America on Twitter or say going into 2024 election or share NPP Jumedi Omedi Nyomo Maye Ahombo Maye then the Swadi Huna de Omanisu going into the general election or no obetimi aka na or the two that say Bawumia na eko in the 2024 election it was Ghana for to abane dem Bawumia because Ghana for here bia obetimi atoto nioma and said nioma esi ekosabri abanasi atoto nioma baby ototo odure there is no need say be kwakofo bia ba oba no oba be review sem na be say na enyi we free hon enyi we free because this nioma na say nioma NPP amonoko ni no nioma ebetimi abomo man na koso so should there be another should there be a replacement for president na Nana Akufo-Addo it should be a person obetimi ato anuma no so na nye obi a oba be kate ne short afa baby foforo there be omo penisa no another Botwe wakasa ade afa ho kire se Mahama ani NDC de Ghana for chesema Ghana ni bi anto aba no emfa mo in the upcoming 2024 election because of our reshemu pa Dr. Alaji Mahmoud Bawumia emu se obetimi aye adwuma no Ghana for mfa to me and I say Ghana for emma na kwanya in the upcoming 2024 general election. Where are you update? But do you think say Bawumia na the right candidate and Mahama and the right candidate? Depending on one kasa we share say the no mercy kwa why now did so bit me aye dwuma. Na so for me ho adwenkyere comment section also. Na atimi abona tese bibia nso atimi akosu aka boso me kakra bi na tese bre no anya eduru kyesa aka bo so bekutu wan bi na kyesa bibia nso de na nakwam na kyesa Botwe no enso bekoso na busuafo man go straight to your parliament Ghana mrahye bedwafem enra na beka yensa se parliament pass anti-LGBT bill na bill na nkasa de na ekire na yeka aisa o ma pass a what is that menka ne say there ne was hu fa ho and then omena pass bill no what is the expectation there ne twase hu there ne twase yete ebusuafo ma yenye bre na report aba talking of parliament pass anti-LGBT bill menka ne say promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values the anti-LGBT bill promotion of proper human rights, proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family also for an anti-LGBT bill. Now this bill and America says per report a free parliament there's Ghana mrahye bedwafo betimi pass bill. Now dey na twase yete dey found dey na twase ye hu after some pass bill anya brane enko na nkyeremu ewo ho no yenko tie bi emra
say yate say anti-gay bill they are parliament agiatum ama behemra ye twen so mampanyin ede ne nsa ebe hyase no kura wom ene say kweku asante wa ma no so kweku akwa be ko si san so ni hello kweku
hello Obi
yeah kweku otiminka
hello Obi
kweku otiminka me pacho
Obi me tunka ba
great inti boyemu ede na ekoso wa parliament
Obi ene de ye wa parliament na surprise ana the controversial anti-LGBT bill system. The Speaker of Parliament has always been intent by the end of this meeting Parliament as I say almost pass this bill na Speaker of Parliament you say in what is called in parliamentary languages the third reading of the bill should go on. But before MPs don't move the third reading, now some George and sponsors, of course, we have some amendments again. You will know that this bill should have been passed like 2-3 weeks ago, but it has suffered so many last-minute amendments, mainly by the majority leader, Alexander Fenyo-Markin. And then it is the sponsors, the some movies, 2 further amendments. The bill prescribes most of us are and so forth. Say, but now your studios, your media outlets, and do anything that, in the wisdom of the sponsors, can be said to be propagating and BTQ bill. And I'm sure, sir, only a lawyer for Akasa say if they don't take that place out or they don't amend it, a court Supreme Court, you let me strike the bill out. And in the they propose 2 amendments to clause 10 and 11 of the bill. Say the media freedom and media rights, despite their intentions, say they will stop the media from propagating anti-LGBT activities. That is now guaranteed. So media can still have independence over the editorial. But the overwhelming idea says that we are anti-LGBT. If you engage in those activities at 3 years, you go to jail. If you promote the activities, you can go into jail for 5 years. So they've moved those amendments. And just when the bill was about to be passed, Alexander Fenyo-Markin was on his seat, said, because the sponsors of the bill now, bill, no one will say there are certain things they have to change. Let's say the bill, and so that's perfect. So they should take their time. He and other members will also go through the bill, and if they have further amendments, they will propose it before Parliament will pass the law. And in fact, if you look at the rules of Parliament, say who finish a consideration stage now, ordinarily you can't go ahead and put the question on the third vote. That's the only thing pass the bill. The same day as you conclude the second consideration stage. Then a man so my Parliament won't quite say they can suspend the rules. I think the rules are there, but they can suspend the efficacy. So the MP for Asawasi, Honorable Kuntakamubara, and a movie motion said they should suspend the rules and get the bill passed today, because as far as it's concerned, the public wants to get this bill passed as early as possible. That motion was seconded, it was voted on, and that motion carried. Again, just before the speaker will put the question again, Alexander Fenyo-Markin was on the tweet to raise some more issues. And this was almost degenerating the House into some back and forth. So Speaker of Parliament, Urban Bagman, has suspended the House for 5 minutes. So they only need that conclave to have a certain agreement before this bill degenerates into something else on the floor. When they came back, the minority were not willing to let down on their stance. They want the bill to be passed in a year. Despite majority leader Alexander Afenyomakin, Eka said they should take their time. He and others may want to move further amendments to the bill. And he said, but minority did not agree. And in fact, if you look at the numbers on the floor today, there are more minority MPs than there were majority MPs. But of course, this also should be explained. Sir, this is not a majority-minority thing. In fact, when the vote was taken, majority MPs voted for the bill. The last time there was a vote on this, majority MPs, including the President Speaker Joseph Osewusu, Obi Amwa, all of them voted for the bill. And see, despite Alexander Afenyomakin's attempt to delay the bill passage, Senebea Obetinia proposed further amendments. The Speaker of Parliament went ahead to put the vote or to put the question on the anti-LGBTQ bill at the third reading stage. And that motion was moved by Sam George, seconded by Rosin Nasinafemeko. And the House has unanimously approved the controversial anti-LGBTQ bill. Sam George and his 7 other MPs sponsor in 2021. In 2024, that bill has now been passed, and we should explain, sir, the bill imposes a sentence, say, LGBTQ, 3 years. Say, also, say, who promote LGBTQ activities, say, who promote 5 years. Alexander Afenyomakin wanted to remove all these from the bill. He did not succeed. And the bill has been passed. Sam George has just done a news conference urging the president, Akufo-Addo, to sign this bill into law as quickly as possible.
Wow. Ain't he not just and the debate on the president message of the State of the Nation, no? And the Oman Shasia cry, right?
Oman Shasia, the indication we have gotten is the debate on the State of the Nation address in the Shasia on the Thursday in Georgia and then before be debate here, no? And today the key business the House has done today has to do with the anti-gay bill. When the House came in, they sat till about 12 noon and then took a suspension for 1 hour. Even though they suspended for 1 hour, they came back around 2. Did some little business on reposing some to ECOWAS, Pan-African Parliament, and then the Speaker of Parliament decided they should come back to the anti-gay bill because they have suffered some delays in his opinion. The House needs to move forward with this and then proceed to pass it as a word.
Wow. And this should be a big day for sponsors of this bill. Sam George in a press conference, no? How was the demeanor and the feeling from him like?
In fact, on no and any colleague co-sponsors of the bill and a buy a news conference or no Roxy Nelson the Lassoa and today the other sponsors Alatan Sweeney is not around, for instance, but the MP for Krati Helen Adjoint was also around. The only NPP MP or Kahwa almost sponsor bill way the Deputy Education Minister also no near around in there, but Osha sponsors of the bill, George, Helen Adjoint, so the Lassoa, Roxy Nelson also came to join. They are excited. They said they have been waiting for these days, and they can get this bill passed. This bill, in their opinion, has suffered so much delay. It was expected to be passed last year. They were back and forth. They sponsored this in 2021. They believe this should have long been passed, and finally the day has come and they are excited about it. They are calling on the president, despite concerns. The president may not sign this into law because the concern are that this bill imposes a charge on the consolidated fund and it was not sponsored by the government. But of course, we don't know what the president will do. The president has not spoken publicly to say whether he will sign this or not sign it. Just that we have imputed what he did on some private members' bill that was sponsored by MP for Medina, Francis Xavier Susu, which, in the president's opinion, imposed some tax on the consolidated fund and need to unsign into law. And that is why some have said it may be or Mampenye Kupa the Bayan against the unsigned because of the jail terms that this imposes. Obviously, if someone is in jail, the state takes care of them, their food, their medicine, where they sleep, and all that. But that is up to the president. Sam George and his co-sponsors say they don't care about that. As far as they are concerned, Parliament has done its bit. The Constitution is now kicking. If the clerk to Parliament and leadership are able to work on this and send this to the president by Otina and now by Monday, the president has a timeline that is between 7 and 14 days. He either has to sign it or write to Parliament explaining why he will not sign it into law. And based on that, Parliament can use its veto power of 2/3 majority to overrule him. And that is the current state of play, Obi.
But you would also realize, at least monitoring this whole and come around the bill, the disposition of the Speaker of Parliament, no, it play a role be in this passage, because you can see, sir, he was quite fixated on making sure, sir, this bill is passed into law. Speaker Nankasa disposition play a role, right?
Yes, Obi. In fact, the Speaker has not missed an opportunity wherever he has gone to make the point that he wants this bill to be passed. In fact, when he is even going to the House of Commons in the UK, he made that point. Back here in Ghana, Wakasa Sase opposite bill way a pass as far as he is concerned. And clearly, if you had a Speaker who was not sympathetic to the bill in the chair, this bill would have suffered some delays, because maybe he would have acquiesced to some of the demands of Alexander Martin to say, don't put the question today, put it at another day. So, of course, the Speaker's support for the bill helped a lot, and the sponsors have also not denied this. They are clear that they are grateful to the Speaker of Parliament for shepherding this through.
Now, time Speaker posed a question, no? How was the response like? Not every minority side, Hong Kong, and across board.
Obi, there was not a single voice against the bill in Parliament. So the Speaker will say, those in favor of the bill say aye. Then, and before Najimu, aye. Those against say no. There was not a single person who voiced no. Because, of course, even those who have proposed so many amendments, like Apenya Markin have said, that they are not against the bill, but they are against certain things. For instance, imposing content on persons because say why LGBTQ activities the whole name. And there was not a single voice that voted against the bill when it was put by voice vote. There was no challenge, of course. People could challenge and say that they want a division so that the heads will be counted one by one. We'll know which MP voted for this and that. There was no challenge on the platform.
Kwaku, yeah, that's it. Bibi ani ebese aba bedin komo bi. Why?
Okay, Obi.
Kwaku Asante, our parliamentary correspondent, always top George. Any report and oyema from the Parliament of Ghana. And that's the information for you. The anti-LGBTQI plus bill passed into law, waiting for the president's assent to make it a complete law. And he said the Parliament etimi the Kokoma president. A president will be within 7 to 14 days to assent to the bill. Say he would have to write back to Parliament explaining why ontimi ensign. Say Parliament Parliament can still use its veto power. Here 2/3 of MPs to vote against the decision of the president, and the bill will still become law. And that's where we are now.